Hey, welcome back to another YouTube video. So really quick one today. I need to elasticate a top kit. So I thought I'd get the camera out and just show you guys. Now I am on the bank. I wouldn't normally do this on the bank. I would normally do it at home, at the comfort of my home where I've got, plenty of time. But I am pleasure fishing today. I've got a spare top kit. I do need to get elasticated. I didn't get time to do it at home yesterday. So I thought I'd just quickly bring the gear with me and do it on the bank. But I'm going to quickly show you guys how I elasticate my top kit. So like I say, I've got a new top kit, I've got a spare one, and I want to get this elasticated. So first thing first is to get the actual parts, the things that you need to elasticate your top kit. So let me just get those. Okay, so in terms of the items you need, first of all, you need your elastic. It doesn't matter about the brand, but if you're new to pole fishing, not done this before, just go to your local tackle shop, have a look online as well, or the videos, but there's loads of different brands out there and different sizes depending on what you're doing. But today I'm going with a 12 to 14 hybrid elastic, which is what I want to do for this particular top kit. Next, you're going to need a Dacron connector if that's what you're going to use. Not everyone uses Dacron connectors these days, but I still do. I like them. They work for me. So again, pick your Dacron connector the size you need. Again, with this particular elastic, I'm going for a medium-sized Dacron connector. Next, you're going to need some of this diamond ended wire to be able to connect and pull your wire through. Pull your elastic through, which is what I will show in a minute. You're also going to need one of these little needles as well. Again, it's got a little hook on the end. That's going to help you put your bead on right at the end, which I'll also show you. Then finally, you're going to need this puller bung connector bead. Again, I'll show you how to put that on. So first of all, get the elastic out. Okay, so next up is to get the elastic, and we're going to thread that through basically the end part of your top kit. So what I always do, I never put the elastic on the ground, on the grass, or because you don't want to get any debris, any mud on it. So I always put a cloth on the floor, so I can then basically just drop my elastic and the spare elastic on the floor, basically over a towel or a cloth of some kind. If you do it at home, you could do this inside the house, obviously, and then you can put it on the carpet. But again, for some reason, I just like to make sure I've always got something underneath it. So I've got my elastic out of the packet. First up is to thread it through the end of the top kit. So all the way through. Like I say, this is a new top kit, so not had elastic in before. So if you've already got a top kit that you need to replace the elastic, there is a quick way of doing this, and that's tying your new elastic on the end and then pulling your new elastic through. But there are other videos on that. So yeah, there we go. That's come through the end. So what I'm going to do now is basically pull that all the way through. Well, not all the way through, but pull that elastic out. Next up is I'm going to put the Dacron connector on now, mainly because I just find it easier doing this way, putting it on first, and then when I put the elastic through the next part of the top kit, I don't pull the end of the elastic out. So this is the way I do it. Okay, so I've got my Dacron connector out of the packet, pop the packet down, and now I'm just going to put this on the elastic basically through the end. So there's my Dacron connector, and then obviously one end you've got a little loop. Just push the elastic through there. I'm then just going to push the elastic together like that. So basically push it together and then hold it in your finger like that. And then twist it around 1.5 twists. One. Then I push the end of the elastic through the loop, and now I've got my knot. I'm going to moisten that knot, so obviously you get some lubrication that you can get by. But good old saliva works absolutely fine. Basically, you want to just moisten that knot so when you pull it tight, you don't get that friction and you just don't get any wear on that knot. So again, pull that tight. I'm just going to now put it through on my teeth. Holding the Dacron connector in one hand, the end of the elastic in another, and then putting that loose bit in my teeth, just pulling it nice and tight, and that is now nice and secure. That is not going anywhere. Just give it a couple of little tugs, and I'm absolutely happy with that now. Next up, you need to get your scissors and then just trim off the excess elastic. I normally leave about 3 to 4 mil of elastic at the end of that Dacron connector. Again, loose elastic, make sure you discard that nice and safely. So put the scissors down, don't need those now. And now, as you can see, I've got that tied to the Dacron connector. I now got to just slide that bead up over the knot. That now is in place. So I can now pull the elastic, and that is now nice and secure. So next up is to put the elastic through the other section of the top kit. So I'm going to find the end of the elastic. I'm now going to thread that through all the way through to the end, and that in a second will come out the other side. So again, just thread it through. I just twist it as I'm threading it through, just twist the elastic and it goes down nice and easy. There we go, it's come out the other end. So what I can do now is pull all of that elastic through. So pull all that through, and now I can just put the top kit together as so. And now I'm just going to drop that down on my little towel there. So I've got my elastic all the way through the pole. What I'm going to do is just trim that. I'm going to leave probably about 10 inches now at the end. Okay, so the next thing we've got to do is we've got our elastic coming out at the end, but we've now got to get it through the side roller puller. So basically, you need to get this is where the diamond wire comes in. So again, if you don't have this, just go to your tackle shop, explain what it is you want to do, and they will point you in the right direction of getting the right item. So as it says, it's got you won't be able to see it on the camera, but it's got a little sort of diamond shape on the end. Just going to unravel some of this, not all of it, I don't need much. Okay, and the next thing we need to do now is thread the wire through the side roller puller. And basically, I'm just going to get that, I'm going to angle it so it's pointing downwards. So it's pointing down, and I'm just going to thread that through until it comes out the end. There we go, it's come out the end now. Okay, so next up is to put the elastic in that diamond end, and then just pull it so it's nice and secure. When you do this, it'll become quite obvious what you have to do. So just going to make that little diamond end a little bit bigger. It's just closed up a little bit. I'm just going to now pull it up to the end, and that will be nice and secure in that sort of diamond part of the wire. Okay, so that's now on there like that. Now all I'm going to do is pull the wire through that side puller until it comes out like that. We're just going to put the wire down out of the way, and again, so now all we need to do is trim the excess elastic. And you see I've still got quite a bit, but that is basically, I can't use that, so that will just get discarded in the correct manner. So but I'm just going to trim that. I'm just going to give myself a little bit of I don't want too much there to play with, so I'm going to make about 9 inches at the end there. Just going to trim that. Just makes it easier to do the next part. I mean, it doesn't matter, I could just leave that all on, but I'm just going to trim that. Okay, so next up is putting on the puller bung connector bead. But you're going to need one of these heavy needles. So again, if you're not sure, go into the tackle shop, explain what it is you're doing, and they will point you in the right direction to make sure you get one of these. Just put the packet down. So in terms of this, it's got a little needle at the end. And then it's got a little gate that closes over the needle. So let's get the bead out. Okay, so now we've got to put the bead on the elastic. So these beads are like a little sort of cone shape with a smaller end and a bigger end. The bigger end I always put towards the pole. Okay, so I'm going to thread the needle through the smaller end. So I'm going to open up the gate of this needle, push it through the bead. I'm then going to put the elastic over that little hook. Close the gate and then thread the bead over the gate and over that hook. Then that goes on like that. So once you've done that, you can now just take the needle off and pull the elastic through. So I've now got my bead on my elastic. So next up, I just need to basically push that bead up. I now just need to get the right tension on this elastic. So I'm just going to push that bead up a little bit more. And as you can see, that's still quite loose. Now, I like my elastic loose. In fact, I always have excess elastic sticking out if I can. Mainly, well, there's a couple of reasons. One, some fisheries require to have a loose elastic. Not many, but some do. So I always do that. And also, when you get a carp, a big fish on, and they shoot out to the middle, having that extra elastic means I've just got more give. Because if you've got a big carp on, that bead will then pull through, the elastic will pull through the bead, and you basically got some excess elastic and more stretch. So there's two reasons why I now, these days, I always have a little bit of excess elastic anyway. But I'm just going to tighten that up a little bit there. So that's just going out. That's it. I like that tension. I could probably go a little bit tighter. There we go. That's pulling back. Just perfect. But like I say, I always have a little bit of excess anyway, so I'm now going to trim this elastic about 6 to 7 inches away from the bead. Again, discard the elastic in a nice safe place. So next thing I need to do is to basically tie a knot in the end. Now this is really just a straightforward simple knot. So I've got excess elastic there, put it in my fingers, and then I just wrap it around. I just do basically one sort of twist, thread the end through, and I've now got my knot like that. Pull it nice and tight again. Before you do the final pulling of and tighten it up, just moisten that knot, and now I've got my end there, and that bead basically would slide up. If I had a big carp on, would slide up to the end of that knot, and it'd be absolutely fine. It wouldn't go any further. But like I say, I have that excess elastic between the bead and the end for those two reasons I explained. And finally, all we now need to do is trim these ends. So again, I'm going to trim this one that's got the loop. Some people keep that loop, they like it because they can grab hold of it, but I always trim it. So again, I'm going to leave about 1 centimetre excess there. And then the third bit that we'll do, the one that's sticking out now that's longer, that's the end of that elastic, I'm just going to, again, trim that 1 centimetre. I'm just going to put that down, discard that nice and safely. And there we have it. So it's like at the end here where I've cut it, it's almost like a crow's foot there, basically, 3 bits. And that is now elasticated the top kit. So like I say, I've done this on the bank today because it was just easier. I was coming to do a film anyway, and I just thought I'd bring this top kit. It needed doing and show you guys, but I'd normally do this at home. I just find it easier at home rather than doing it on the bank. But like I say, that is my top kit. All done. I can now break that apart and I can put that away safely back in the pole safe. But guys, hopefully that helped you guys that have never elasticated a top kit before. Really, really simple. But like I say, do it at home. It's best not to do it on the bank, but today was just a little bit easier to help and show you guys. Hopefully you found that useful. Replay this video, keep replaying it until you learn how to do it. You guys that are new to pole fishing, never elasticate your top kit before, just give it a go. It's really, really simple. As long as you've got those right parts, like I showed you right at the beginning, then you'll be able to do this. Guys, hopefully you found this useful. If you haven't already, please do go and subscribe to my channel. It is free and it's easy and it only takes 2 seconds. It's a massive help, more than you know. Also, don't forget to drop the video a like. You spare 5 seconds at the end, please do leave a comment. Let me know what you think of this video. Let me know how you elasticate your top kits. But guys, tight lines, and I'll see you on the next one.